no damn excuse for crime. No, no, poverty is no excuse. So that stigma, please refuse. There are many heroes and legends who emerge from slums like the beat. And once your mind can conceive it, there's no mountain you can't climb. Poverty and no damn excuse for crime. No way. No way. Go tell your big knee down. All who cause any problem. Oh, oh. No way, no way. No way.
Tonight I want to call on all our young people, especially our young men, especially our young men of African descent. Put down the damn gun. You are causing enough pain to your mother, your father, your neighbor, your community, and this country. Put down the gun. All over this country, the government is opening up opportunities to allow you all to make something of yourselves. Because if you live by the gun, rest assured a gunman will make sure that you die by the gun.
Almost all men say they long for peace, but still the blood and the deaths increase. Almost all men say they have power, still the crime and the death rate soar. I think the time has come to beat a different drum, to turn this blood red tide. All three needs must take a side. If you're tired, hear them shoot. Want to be a peace recruit? Time to answer yeah or nay. Come and complete the survey. You want a brand free nation, a one love vibration, where Trini suck up with loving non-stop, with no more violence, no hate, no pretense, with all man prepared to seek truth all year. So if you find that now is the time, stop. With no more murder, no thief, no burglar. We're all men prepared to seek peace all year. So if you find that now is the time, raise your hand and let's sing. To make a pledge, yes, to outlaw crime. Raise your hand and let's sing. To bring back love, yes, to TNT. Raise your hand. Promote peace, love, and harmony. Let's show all them haters, serious lawbreakers, the true meaning of unity. Raise your hand, let me see. So if you're fed up shaking in bed, tell them no more. Every day you wake up and next man dead. Tell them no more. And if you're tired seeing the blood flow, tell them no more. If you want a safer Trinbago, tell them no more. If you're fed up shaking in bed, tell them no more. Every day you wake up and next man dead. Tell them no more. And if you're tired seeing the blood flow, tell them no more. If you want a safer Trinbago, tell them no, no, no more. If you want a safer Trinbago, if you want a better Trinbago, if you want a safer Trinbago, tell them no, no, no more.
If you want a safer Trinbago, Michelle Henry. Yep, Michelle Henry.
Tonight,
And the name of this song is Peace. Alright. And then you heard from Corinne Ashe with my road march, as they call it, No Excuse for Crime. And then you'd have heard from Mr. Chuck Gordon, Charlesy. And then I played you a song by Squeezy Rankin. All you had to ask me the name of the song. I'm trying to get the name of the song. For the all I got was Kaiso Kaiso. I didn't get the name of the song. So don't crucify me just yet. I'll try and get the proper name of the song from Squeezy Rankin, and I'll tell you guys. We want to thank those sponsors that were on with us this morning. Pastor Johnson from the Church of the Firstborn Assembly, and also we want to thank the GAP program with Bishop Devatile and his daughter Giselle in the mix. I want to thank them for being with us today on the Street 919 FM. The time now in Trinidad and Tobago is 11:36 in the AM. I know normally at this time you all would have heard the Alkaline Ricky, Ricardo, and the Alkaline team, but I am sitting in today. Alright, I am in today for them. Whew, this thing is getting so interesting as the day goes by, as the day continues. We're getting all sort of different reports of how the Constitution is being, handled and stuff like that. I think I got a report from Martin Daly, I think it is. Another interesting topic, another interesting way of looking at what is taking place. I may just play it for you. Also, I wanted to just touch on something that I saw or was brought to my attention in the SOE. Since the SOE started to now, there's reports of only 2 murders. One was a guy who got shot in Arima, I think it is. Tobago. Take that back. People in Arima don't get vexed at me. Oh, the name of this song is Justice. Thank you very much. The name of this song is Justice. Alright, thank you very much, sir, for sending me the name of the song. So the name of the song by Squeezy Rankin is Justice. So I played you Justice by Squeezy Rankin. I also played you, as I said, Chuck Gordon, Charlesy, Corinne Ashe, No Excuse, and also Michelle Henry, Peace. Right? Thank you very much, sir, for giving me the name of the song. Right. So saying to you, since the state of emergency has for the new year 2025, we only had 2 murders. 2 murders so far. One in Tobago and one in Trinidad, I believe, happened yesterday or last night, where there's a son. I believe I saw a son kill his mother, his stepmother, or his mother. Right? Yeah. So so far, that is the reports I have so far. All right. All this time last year we was, I wonder how much, I can't remember. But yeah. So if you missed it earlier this morning, I sat in for Bruce Wayne again. I'll be here for him for the week. But earlier this morning I had Miss Jennifer Baptiste Primus with me, sharing her views on the issue of political leader of the People's National Movement. After that, I got so much calls, so much voice notes. People, I just doing my reporting, you know. I just doing my job as a radio talk show host, journalist. You know, I just doing my job, all right. So some people disagree with Ms. Primus. Some people think that, you know, things will be put in place. You know, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So the discussion continue with the appointment of Minister Stuart Young SC as Prime Minister. Well, he was chosen to continue as being the Prime Minister. All right. So I wanted to play this clip. You have a clip here I wanted to play. Where is it? Right, so I want to play this clip. Then I wanted to play another interview that was happening on another frequency. All right. Might just play that interview for you guys, and then take your calls and hear your views on this. Now, for me, I wanted to just throw this in the mix. If I was a UNC, which is very hard to even think about. I had to put that in. But if I was a UN, I can't even say it properly. Anyway, you have planned, your whole, remember, they wouldn't just come today for today to plan a campaign strategy. Yeah. Their whole campaign strategy would have been from since they lost the election. So their campaign strategy would have been to demonize Dr. Rowley, go after him, his character, go after. I remember in 2010 when they were going up with 2010. Yeah, from 2010, 2015, going after Dr. Rowley. They would have said all sorts of things about him. See, he like woman. Let's say he arrogant. Oh, Mr. Manning warned me about him. All these different things they would have said. He got 2 terms. He got 2 terms as Prime Minister. 2 bites of the cherry. Ms. Bissessa got a mandate that no Prime Minister in this country has ever gotten. None. Ms. Bissessa got a mandate to govern this country. Right? Just think about it. She got a mandate. What did she do with that mandate? She promised the people 2 terms Prime Minister. Never happened. She promised the people fixed election date. Never happened. She promised you what? She also promised you that she would have raised your pension, but then she said that was a misprint. Are we to continue? The whole host of things. They promised you and they told you that coalition government is here to stay. It will never die. That's the end of one party ruling Trinidad and Tobago. Remember that? You always forget, you know. You know that? You all as a nation, as a people, just forget, especially when people feed you fake news and wrong information. You just go off they just go, I don't know. So all these things, they came together. COP, UNC, MSJ, TOP, again. All the opposition forces came together. All of them. They came and they got a mandate. They got a mandate from the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You remember that? And what did they do with it? You want me to tell you what they do with it? I wouldn't tell you what they do with it, because that's not the discussion today. But Dr. Rowley hit them for 6 with his announcement. He made an announcement Friday. And I want to say this, I think this is the most PNM has ever gotten media coverage since its term in office. Since its term in office, this is the most media coverage. All the media houses has always been on a negative footing where PNM is concerned and the government. But no, if PNM never get airplay or talk, they get plenty from since Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday to this Tuesday. And the discussion about the People's National Movement is rippling through the media houses in Trinidad and Tobago. Every newscast was about Minister Young. Who is Minister Young? Who is this Minister Young? When did he start in the politics? Those are some of the questions that some people spewing out misinformation that he just come. He's a just come. You know that? There's some people who don't even know nothing about the politics and talking. Giving them out liberty to talk and say, oh, he just come. He's a Johnny come lately. Really? If Miss Baptiste Primus would tell you, Minister Young in the PNM before her. You don't know that? Yeah, well, I'm telling you that. Minister Young was in the PNM before Miss Baptiste Primus. Okay? If you didn't know, well, I'll let you know now. But who is Minister Young? Where does this fella come from? What is his legacy? Eh? How educated is he? I'm just repeating after what some people are asking. That's some of the questions people are asking. Who is Stuart Young? Where he come from? How all of a sudden he decided that he believed that, or Dr. Rowley believed that he is capable and ready to run or to take front row in governance. Who is this man? Those are the questions that people are asking, and really and truly, nothing is wrong with asking those questions. Nothing is wrong with asking those questions. You know, I played for you earlier on this morning of a young lady from Tobago. Young woman shared her views on Stuart Young. She told you as a nation, she said how she feels as a youth. Because remember, the image and the projection out there of the People's National Movement is that it's a black party. Hear that? That's the talk, you know. And that people are upset because the black party is now has as its leader or its prime minister a young man who is 49. He is 49 years old, Chinese and East Indian. So the nonsense I heard we in Sturge talk about him being a 1%. he's not a 1%. In the context of what you call 1%, he's not. So, Winston and they pushing him as a 1% because the narrative of the UNC and Ms. Bissessa of the 1%, and you heard it from, Philip Alexander. So they give you an image and a mindset about 1% now. So the perception of the 1% talk is out there. But when I had Minister Young in the studio when he was the Minister of before he was the Minister of National Security, I had him in the studio when he was chosen as a candidate to go up in 2015. He was in the studio with me. And I asked Minister Young a question. I said, people say that you are a 1%. Are you a 1%? And he said to me, Pastor Google, no, I'm not a 1%er. My father is Chinese, and my mother is a sari-wearing East Indian woman. I deliberately stayed quiet for it to sink in. Let me say it one more time. He is not a 1%. Number one. Number two, his mother is a sari wearing East Indian woman. His father is Chinese. That's one. Two, what is his qualifications? Is he qualified at all? But you know, we had a prime minister who said, in order for you to be a minister, or by extension a prime minister, a level head and what? I haven't go there. So, we have the talk going around. Some people just not happy about it. There are some people who do have a problem with it. There are some people who are not fans of Minister Young. And I saw a video, no, not a video. I saw last night on, as I said to you, I said that to you earlier on, that a television station would have done a poll on the choice of leadership. We'll play it for you now. I can do that. I ain't taking no calls yet. I want to play something for you. Right? Allow me to play something for you. So, last night they would have gone and asked people on the street, hey, what is all your opinion? What all you feel about Minister Young being the choice? And this is what people had to say. You want to hear what people had to say? Jump on the live. Take a listen.
Earlier today, we asked who you think should lead the PNM in light of Dr. Rowley's impending resignation.
Here's tonight's People Say.
The People Say, brought to you by Excel Health TT, the official supplement of the CPM.
Marvin Gonzalez, because he's the one that have young ideas or concepts to try out, because obviously the ones that they are now, the method's not working, so I think a fresher approach is best, and I like his vibes.
Penny, well, she had the capability and the experience for all in years now.
Amy Brown, he's a down-to-earth man.
Yeah, I really like Miss Beckless. I like the woman power, but the only thing, she need a little more fire. The fire will work. Yeah, I really like her. I would like her to lead.
Penelope Beckles, because she's a good person, and she's working for the PNM.
Stuart Young, Portsmouth North St. Andrews. He's a great man for Trinidad and Tobago. He knows what he's doing, right? He knows what he's capable about, right? As the next leader of PNM, he could put things forward.
The people say.
So that is what the people say. You heard what the people say? What about you? What are your take 2 or 3 calls before I go for the news? What are your thoughts about what the people say? And then I'll play for you what the young lady had to say. Because at the end of the day, some of you, or some of us, I don't know. Since when we argue, you know, some of us take a position that, oh, the politics is too much race. And some people say, I join an East Indian party because I don't want I want to show unity. And the name of the party is Unity. United National Congress. And I believe that everybody have an equal place and space. So you join the UNC. Some people say they join the PNM because of their policies. Hello, good morning.
Pastor, you know what I mean, Pastor? The people who are making the most noise are not even PNM. Pastor?
I listen to you. I'm watching the clock counting down, so I'm waiting for you to make your contribution.
The people who are making the most noise are not even PNM. I heard an African where some fear comes to talk and he has some constitution. He wasn't even PNM. And I don't understand why we get all this attention. For what? Let the people in the PNM do what I do, and other people mind the business. Why is this such a big issue for having them? How many people who have opinions? They are not in PNM. And you have next space. Whatever I'll make space.
Thank you.
You've got bills to pay. And so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the street 919 FM.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the Castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
I was rocking
we finish eat, man, I tell them. When I come back, I go pay my bill. When I come back, I go pay my bill. When I come back, I go pay my bill. Right. I leave my wallet out in the car. I back up my car so far. Can you please call the owner? Let me tell them. When I come back, I go pay my bill. When I come back, I go pay my bill. When I come back, I go pay my bill. Right. And if I don't pay, I could wash the way.
The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
News from the Street 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good afternoon. This is the Midday News, broadcasting on the Street 919 FM. In your headlines, Stuart Young chosen to replace Rowley as Prime Minister. Political tensions brewing within the PNM over leadership change. Man arrested after allegedly shooting at wife with police bullets. Major vehicle theft ring. Busted in Princestown, 8 arrested. Internationally, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau resigns. Amid internal struggles. Now, the news in detail. Energy Minister Stuart Young has been selected by the People's National Movement to replace Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley when he steps down before March 2025. Young won a close internal vote, with 11 PNM MPs supporting him over Planning Minister Penelty Beckles, who received 9 votes. This decision follows Rowley's announcement on January 3rd that he would resign within the legal time frame of his current term. Rowley, who will continue as PNM leader until 2026, expressed confidence in Young's leadership, calling him a stable choice. While the party has not yet chosen a leader for the upcoming general election, Rowley assured that the PNM would be prepared for the polls. Rowley plans to retire after attending a CARICOM meeting in February 2025, with Young set to take over after his departure. However, the opposition leader criticized the selection process, calling it undemocratic, and comparing it to the U.S. political situation with Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. She also challenged Rowley to call an early election. In further news, Gary Griffith, leader of the National Transformation Alliance, predicts that a civil war could erupt within the PNM as they prepare to transition leadership. Griffith questioned whether Young would be accepted as the new leader of the party, suggesting it is unlikely he will win widespread support. Garvin Nicholas, leader of the Movement for National Development, criticized Young's leadership, calling him arrogant and accusing him of mishandling key issues like the closure of Petrotrin and the country's high murder rate. Nicholas expressed doubt that Young could effectively lead the nation. Timothy Hamel-Smith, leader of the Honesty, Opportunity, Performance and Empowerment Party, pointed out that while Rowley plans to step down as Prime Minister after a CARICOM meeting, he has not indicated he will resign as PNM leader. Hamel-Smith believes this uncertainty could lead to divisions within the PNM, especially since many rank-and-file members may not support Young's leadership. Griffith also weighed in on the situation, saying he believes Young is not qualified to lead, citing his failures in security and the energy sector. Despite his criticisms, Griffith emphasized that the PNM's leadership choice is ultimately their decision, but he predicts it will lead to significant internal divisions. In another story, a 41-year-old man from Valencia is in police custody after allegedly shooting at his common-law wife using bullets marked with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service logo. The woman, unharmed, reported the incident after the couple had a dispute. Police found evidence linking the suspect to the shooting, and investigations are ongoing. And in a separate incident, 8 individuals, including a Venezuelan national, were arrested over the weekend in connection with a major car stealing operation in Princestown. According to Assistant Commissioner of Police Wayne Mistar, this marks a significant breakthrough in their investigation. The arrests took place on Saturday night in Cedar Hill Village, after the suspects were allegedly caught dismantling a stolen vehicle. The suspects, ranging in age from 18 to 42, include a 25-year-old Venezuelan man and others from various local areas, including Tramline Road and Cypero Road. They were detained on charges related to motor vehicle theft and are being held at various police stations in the Southern Division. The police are also investigating whether the arrested individuals are linked to stolen vehicles in other regions. In international news, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced his resignation after nearly a decade in power, citing internal party conflicts and declining public support. He will remain in office until the Liberal Party selects a new leader. Opposition parties have criticized Trudeau's tenure, with some calling for a change in leadership. Despite his departure, some Liberal members have praised his contributions, especially in areas like childcare and climate policy. Canada now faces a leadership vacuum as the country heads toward elections later this year. Let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sports. Former ICC Under-19 World Cup champion Jid Gooley has been named captain of the South team for the Namalco North-South Classic cricket match, set to take place at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba. The match serves as an important opportunity for players to impress selectors ahead of the West Indies Championship. Gooley aims to lead the South team to victory after a rain-affected draw last year. In another sports story, Dwayne Bravo has been appointed head coach of the Abu Dhabi Knight Riders for the 2025 International League T20. The 41-year-old former West Indies all-rounder, who retired in September 2024 as the highest wicket-taker in T20 cricket history, with 631 wickets from 582 matches, will lead a team featuring several West Indies players, including Sunil Narine, Terence Hines, Andre Russell, Roston Chase, and Jason Holder. This coaching role is Bravo's latest management position after retiring from playing. Before his retirement, he had coaching stints with the Chennai Super Kings in the IPL and served as a batting consultant for Afghanistan during the 2024 ICC 20 World Cup, where the team reached the semifinals. In your weather forecast, today will be mostly sunny with some haziness and a chance of isolated showers. Temperatures are expected to reach 32 degrees, and seas will be moderate with occasional choppy conditions in sheltered areas. Recapping the headlines: Stuart Young chosen to replace Rowley as Prime Minister. Man arrested after allegedly shooting at wife with police bullets. Major vehicle theft. Ring busted in Princestown, 8 arrested. Internationally, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau resigns amid internal struggles. That was your News on the Street 919 FM. Do have a safe and productive day.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
The Steam is coming to Bago every Friday night. It's DJ night and the steam is rising. Get ready. Steamy Friday. Every Friday after Work Lime. 5 p.m. at Vibes The Event. Space, formerly known as The Shade. 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bon Accord. Free entry. 10 beers all night with an all-star DJ cast. Unbeatable drink specials. Book one of our exclusive Cabana specials and take the vibes to another level. It all happens. Steamy Friday, every Friday, where the party never cools down. Steam on a Friday, only at Vibes The Event Space. Shop the biggest New Year sale now at Furniture Plus. Get up to 50% off in-store and online. Come enjoy massive savings on appliances, furniture, electronics, mattresses, and more. Plus, enjoy exclusive discounts with higher purchase plans 12 months and over. That's not all. Earn Caribbean Airlines travel miles when you shop with us. All stores open today. Come shop the biggest New Year sale at Furniture Plus. Get up to 50% off in-store and online. Check press and social media for details. You are invited to join Pastor Morris Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly, Miracle Center located at number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco in Sangre Grande for the Old Time Gospel Hour, Family Radio Ministry, every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Mondays 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Trauma and Bereavement also. Every Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Law and You. Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Dealing with disabilities, and every Friday evening from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All-night prayer on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with the day's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says he has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated. Account number 795222. For further information, call 753-111-3 or 61-0-4673. Tune into The Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. for the program Conscious Talk with Steve Ant. Trying to be conscious is to be aware of what is happening around you, where we are at, and where we are going. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 am Conscious Talk. The Street 919 FM is your platform for informed debate and critical thinking as we dive into the heart of political and social issues, empowering you to make informed decisions. Join our Facebook community, The Street 919 FM, and connect with like-minded individuals. Share your thoughts, engage in constructive dialogue, and stay updated. Follow, like, and share, and be part of the movement.
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Constructive Talk with Pastor Google, where every conversation builds bridges and sparks solutions, because together we can shape a better future. On the Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Get interactive with us. Call now and be part of the show. Don't miss out. Dial 466-5391 or 342-0081 and join the conversation today. The Street 919 FM, where your opinion matters.
The political winds are shifting within the People's National Movement following the endorsement of Stuart Young to lead the party. The imminent change at the helm revealed on Monday by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, who only days ago announced his impending retirement. As analysts weigh in on the development on the cusp of a general election, Dr. Winford James sees Young as checking the boxes for Dr. Rowley.
In terms of knowledgeability, Stuart Young certainly does seem to have a lot of knowledge. He's quite articulate on the, articulate on the agenda of the PNM as put forward or personified by Dr. Rowley. He has joined Dr. Rowley with respect to making Point Athos the gateway for Venezuelan gas.
But Dr. James suspects the move will come with some rumblings.
There's going to be some ethnic trouble, I believe.
Dr. Indira Rampersad is also questioning the cost of the development, which she says has not come as a surprise.
Big question, how does the PNM base feel about this? I expect that the UNC base is not going to be happy, neither with the opposition leader, neither with the opposition MPs. But they don't count so much as the PNM base going into that general election with Stuart Young as the helm. At the helm, I don't think that is going to be well received by PNM supporters. I don't think in this case they're going to just blindly follow the leaders.
Political scientist Dr. Bishnu Raghunath also noted that despite receiving party support, the move can shake the PNM's rank and file. A position political leader of the National Transformation Alliance, Gary Griffiths, shares.
I think this has been a platter for opposition parties to walk into the next government. People are fully aware of Stuart Young and who he is. I wouldn't want to vent. I am not going into personalities, but leadership plays a very big part in the direction as a country that is decided upon for persons when they vote.
Griffith is warning the public to brace for what he says will be a major civil war within the PNM given Young's transition to the role of Prime Minister. Jesse Ramdale, CNC3 News.
It was fair. You did say what the vote was, and it shows that we have people within our ranks who could lead if the Prime Minister resigns, as we said. But the majority, as far as I recall, 11 continues to be more than 9, and the majority.
Have you spoken with Mrs. Beckles Robinson? How is she right now today?
She's fine.
Disappointed or?
Well, I wouldn't be able to say that, but she did make a speech after, and she put her full support behind Minister Young. It was fair. You did say what the vote was, and it shows that we have people within our ranks who could lead if the Prime Minister resigns, as we said. But the majority, as far as I recall, 11 continues to be more than 9, and the majority.
Have you spoken with Mrs. Beckles Robinson? How is she right now today?
She's fine.
Disappointed or?
Well, I wouldn't be able to say that, but she did make a speech after, and she put her full support behind Minister Young.
All right, so I'm playing for you the information because I want you to, when you calling in, you know, we're talking about this decision that some people have issues with. So I want to play this young lady for you guys. I played it this morning, but I want to play it again. Listen to this young lady.
These non-PNM people so invested in PNM internal politics to the point where they feel like they know what PNM people want. PNM people tell you that they're still voting on race. PNM people tell you that they need to have a black leader to represent the party. PNM people tell you that they're disgruntled at the appointment of Stuart Young as PM when the Prime Minister Keith Christopher Rowley resigns. No, because I actually think that it is a step in the right direction. You don't have to agree with me. I think it tells a story about inclusion and diversity. That is what I think. I think it was strategic. Everybody feel that the PNM grassroots supporters are going to be offended, but would they really? As much as we like to say PNM is a black people party, it is quite true that they have a black support base, but it's not the first time that somebody was leading the party that is not of African descent. The founding father, Eric Williams, he was a mixed man, he was a mulatto. George Chambers wasn't a black man, he was mixed. The only difference with Stuart is that instead of being predominantly black, he's predominantly Chinese. But what's the problem? Everybody on a rant about PNM finally showing the true colors and giving the 1%. It could have been 1%, 2%, 10%. Erase his ethnicity from the equation. The man was the best choice. Give him that. He has been acting as Prime Minister for the longest while, working closely with the Prime Minister. In any organization, very likely acting at some point would assume the role. It was plain as day. It was expected. So I don't know why everybody acting surprised. But yes, the hypocrisy comes out because time after time, which persons have been lobbying for us to deviate from racial voting. Yes, the Africans need to stop voting on race. The East Indians need to stop voting on race. But here we are at this juncture where someone who is not predominantly black assumes a leadership role, and we have a problem. Why do we have a problem? Haven't we been clamoring for diversity for the longest while? But no, we see race in everything. So nobody gonna talk about his qualifications. Nobody gonna talk about the fact that he has experience in leadership. But we go talk about his ethnicity. But let me tell you like this, to the UNC supporters, whenever will the UNC ever select or appoint someone that is not of East Indian descent to lead their party? When you all do that, then all I could talk about PNM. But you all up talking the most, but you all don't have that much diversity. Let's be real. So all I need to give Stuarty Harris. Give Stuarty Harris. I don't see anybody that could have been better. A lot of people talking about Penelope, but all I have to say about Penelope is likability doesn't mean you're the best man for the job. I digress.
Oh Lord. That is the youth speaking there. Hello, good afternoon.
Good day, how are you doing?
Are you alright? How are you?
I'm cool, I'm wonderful. I watch it. And I must say that first and foremost, that best choice in my view. Best choice in my view is that he had been mentored. The critical thing with regards to what keep the economy going, he's in the know. I think that people trying to make this a race thing, but I think it's more fear on the other side, because I think they know his capabilities when it comes to the law. You understand me? And the issue of race, I think is in this 21st century, right? I think it's a non-issue really, you know, because the other side, they're not going to put an African there. The other side, they're not going to put an African to lead. So I don't think we should take them over. What I think we should do is try to canvass within the PNM community and get everybody on board, put in country first. And I think that at the end of the day, that it will make a great difference at the poll. It's really a best choice in my view. I think that the young man has certain convictions that they know they can't play with him. They know that. I think he is the other side of Mr. Rowley. And I think that he has given his legal mind will make a very, very great difference. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah. I want to say happy birthday to a young lady who is listening to the Street 919 FM, to Miss Lystra Headley. I call her Mom. Happy birthday to you, Mom, and I pray that God will continue to have you looking as young as you are, and that Papa will take you somewhere nice and you'll have a beautiful time this evening. And don't forget me now, right? When you know, eating your cheesecake or whatever, just call my name. But I want to take this time to wish you happy birthday to Miss Lystra Headley. God bless you. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Pastor Google.
Jesus Christ. After I send a beautiful birthday greeting, bye.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Pastor.
Yeah, same to you.
It's a great cold up here today, but
that is good. Maybe you may say less.
Cool. I was to shovel snow yesterday as well. Think it easy. Pastor Google, I listened to that video there that you played with that young lady here. Stuart Young have experience in what leadership? Eric Williams and George Chambers was black. What is she talking about?
Dr. Eric Williams was a black man? Totally yes, black man?
Dr. Williams was a black man.
I'm just asking you.
Look it up now. Look it up. George Chambers and Dr. Eric Williams was black. But let me finish.
Okay.
Before I go on, I want to give her 4 PhDs.
No. Don't give her. Don't do that, Wall Street. You may disagree with the young person. Listen to me. She's a young woman. She's not like a big. No, but just now.
But she should do some homework.
Yeah, but they'll say those things if you believe those things, but don't come on the radio. I'll not allow you to come on the radio to insult a youth.
No, but she said Dr. Williams and George Chambers is not black. Come on.
Okay,
anyway, let me continue with this. Let me continue with this. Right? Pastor Google, you know, for the first time in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, in the last 2020 election, 61.20% Afro-Trinidadian voted for the PNM. 7.30 Indo-Trinidadian voted for the PNM. 5.70% Afro voted for the UNC. And 54.70% voted for the UNC. Indo-Trinidadians voted for the UNC. What we have come to in Trinidad is that in PNM, the minority is running the majority. And in the UNC, the majority is running the majority. 61% African people voted for the PNM. And we have a minority running the majority. Listen to this. Marcus Garvey stated, "And that teaches you to depend on another race is a leadership that will enslave you." And that is what Dr. Rowley have the black people in Trinidad and Tobago for the next 30 years. He have enslaved them. He have taken back them to Jurassic dinosaurical years. And let me finish with this. Let me go to the PNM Constitution now, because most of your PNM callers don't even know going Constitution and research in the Constitution what the Constitution says about the internal election in the PNM as well as the General Council. Let me quickly read it for you. Article 18, Election and Removal of Officers, Section 8. Listen to this. The General Council shall have the power to fill a vacancy occurring in any office in the absence of special provision there under the Constitution. Where a vacancy occurs in the office of the political leader, such vacancy shall be filled within 6 months of its occurrence at a special or annual convention. And let me go to Article 12 quickly. It's one sentence. The General Council, Section 9. Listen to this. The General Council shall have the power to determine if a vacancy exists in any office and to make an appointment to fill such vacancy in the absence of special provision thereof in the Constitution. You know what Prime Minister Rowley is doing? He go resign as Prime Minister, but he go stay as political leader through this next election. Right? So what he have done, he have actually like moved with the General Council. General Council have no powers now because he's still the political leader. Pastor Google, that is evil and wicked. Let the people who vote for him as the political leader of the PNM vote for the next leader. The people are supposed to vote. But you know, most of them black PNM people will come and all kind of thing. Well, let me do this. And I'm closing.
You just say that just now, you know.
We have the minority running the majority. But in the UNC, we have the majority running the majority.
And that was a paid political announcement by UNC Wall Street.
Bye-bye.
Have a good afternoon.
Sorry for that. Pastor Google, Happy New Year. Can you please, Pastor Google, this professor is a professor in people business, like your qualification. Last week when he called, he want to know which country the man come from. A big educated person like he needs help. Pastor Google, this man bringing down your program. But I just call because all the years I know Dr. Eric Williams is not a black man.
Well, I am watching here now, and I'm seeing where they're saying that he is what they will call a French Creole.
Right.
That's what they're saying. A mulatto.
Yeah. A mulatto, right? And right through, I don't know. Well, when this professor that been working, many people call and ask him, say where you get your, wherever you claim your house, right? And you just keep on bringing down your program because he's not really telling you anything to edify. He just trying to bring down people. And I will like people to put the differences together. Let us hold one head and let us rally behind Mr. Short Young until further notice. Please, because if we only play mad and loose, I think the whole thing about this thing is that Dr. Rowley said he won 2 terms, and he lived up to what he said. And they're trying to hoodwink people or take them off. Why they not asking Miss Kamala when she leaving? You in your dreams will ever ask anybody will ask Kamala when she leaving?
I think Wall Street and they need to ask her when she leaving.
Leaving, yes. She will never resign when she ahead. They're all obsessed about power, so they're trying to take that off. To say they why not be PNM people. PNM people not stupid. The old people, the young people getting together now and trying to have one head. And I beg Trinidad and Tobago, all you think, don't think for all your alone, think for your children, think for your grandchildren down the road.
All right, thank you very much.
Because, yeah?
Thanks, man.
Have a blessed day.
All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor. Pastor, good afternoon.
Go ahead, caller.
Hello? Yeah. Well, I don't want to make this man an issue because it's not an issue. Just as I said, the only noise here is the people from outside the PNM, not people inside the PNM. Because everybody have an opinion. Gary, this one, that one, everybody have an opinion. And the only noise here is some people who outside the PNM, not people who inside the PNM. I mean, this morning she voiced her opinion, but she not really making no big scene. She has voiced her opinion, which she have a choice to do. But the only people who are hearing noise from is people who are not PNM. And to me that is an issue because that is just their opinions. But that does not necessarily means that is what happened in the PNM. And I totally agree with the young lady. Because you can't be talking race, and you're making a man race an issue, really, in this day and age. Sir?
Well, boy, that's how it go. All right?
Yeah, I'm crazy.
Yeah, man.
Who does it in this news? Because, I mean...
It's an AI voice. That's what's happening all over the world right now.
I know. I'm going to enjoy this lady.
Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How are you going on? You all right?
I am all right, Mr. Chance. How are you?
Fine, thank you. One day at a time.
Mr. Chance, I want to ask you if you could do a research for me, please.
Yes,
people are asking about the qualifications about Mr. Young, one. They want to know when he came into the party, two. They want to know what is his leadership qualities, four. Because you heard what Gary Griffith had to say, and all these different so-called political leaders and political analysts, they are putting their 2 cents into the whole discussion. But I think for me, I know you are fully capable of sharing with Trinidad and Tobago, or finding out for us, or getting for us the information on Minister Young's full qualifications, and in order for me, you can't say that he's not an astute leader or he doesn't have leadership qualities. In order for him to do all the negotiations that he will have done for us with all his technocrats, in order for the technocrats to give him the information, for him to be able to speak and for him to deliver and for him to command the attention of the investors, you have to have leadership qualities.
Yes, Pastor Google.
So, yes, Mr. Charles, you heard me?
Yes, I heard you, and I want to tell you that I heard you in the start of your program this morning. You asked the question, who is Stuart Young? And immediately I got into my research button, and I think I can satisfy some of the concerns and statements being made. So I will start now. You see, I want to look at his academic background, which forms the foundation for leadership. I'm looking at his academic background, and I'm looking at his journey in politics and his journey in law. And I want to say this, first of all, that we are moving from a scientist, a volcanologist, Dr. Rowley, a distinguished volcanologist and a scientist, certified, and not like one of those scholars there who really can't tell us the quality or anything about the qualification. Dr. Rowley is a PhD in volcanology and so on, and he's a scientist. And we are moving from a scientist to a distinguished attorney at law, not only certified but qualified. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Dr. Rowley, I want to say right away that your legacy will be written with a golden pen. I say that and I'll say it again. Your legacy will be written with a golden pen. You have done significant things. As I pointed out, the COVID-19 challenge, how you overcome that. Secondly, what you did with the economy from 2015, bringing it from a state where we had money to run the country for 3 days to when IMF is telling us that the economy has grown for the last decade. And finally, the future you have placed for us in energy. So that legacy will be written with a golden pen. And you're handing over that legacy to a young man who was born on the 9th of February 1975. You know, a young man who himself has distinguished himself in law and has had the opportunity to work in the office of the Prime Minister. So let me start. Born on the February 9th, 1975. He's a graduate of St. Mary's College in Port of Spain. And here this part. He's also a graduate of the University of Nottingham with an honors degree, Pastor Google. Just like Dr. Williams, just like Dr. Rowley, an honors degree. Now, the University of Nottingham is among the 10 top universities of law in the United Kingdom. You hear that? Not a fly-by-night university, you know. It's among the 10 top universities of law in the United Kingdom. And he graduated from there. And here this is I want you to understand, Pastor Google. He specializes in law. Here are the areas he specializes in. Commercial law. That is the reason why he was together with Dr. Rowley. Because when you make these arrangements in Venezuela and all the other places, there's a part of it deals with commercial law. So he specializes in commercial law. He specializes in banking and insurance law. He specializes in industrial relations. He specializes in public law. He specializes in constitutional law. You know, that's why I call him a distinguished attorney at law. He didn't get his senior counsel by VAPS, you know. Let me repeat it for the people again. He's coming out of the University of Nottingham, one of the top universities in the United Kingdom. He specializes in commercial law. He specializes in banking and insurance law. He specializes in industrial relations. He specializes in public law. He specializes in constitutional law. And let me go on and tell the listeners again. Now, in that regard, let me show you some of the experiences he has had as an attorney at law. And a lot of people wouldn't know this. He has been part of a number of commissions of inquiry in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm talking about practicing. That's why I said he is a distinguished, qualified. Yes. He was part of the Piaco Commission of Inquiry. He was on the Commission of Inquiry for the construction sector. He was on the Commission of Inquiry for the Hindu Credit Union. He was on the Commission of Inquiry for the CL Financial Matter. That is not a rookie. That's a man with significant experience in law dealing with it. He's a member of the Societies of Graves in the United Kingdom. You know why I describe him as distinguished? That is why I describe him as distinguished. And let me talk now about his political career. His political career. Very quickly, I'll give you his political career. He came in very early as a temporary senator. A lot of people didn't know that in 2015. He was brought in as a temporary senator in 2015. Then he went on to win the seat in Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West in 2015. And at that time, he became minister in the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs. And since then, let me give you some of his track record with respect to that in the political arena. Yes, I told you he was minister in the Ministry of Legal Affairs. He was in the Ministry of Communication. He was in the Ministry of National Security. And at present, he's in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries. So he has a wide array of experience in many ministries. In the cabinet, he's a senior member of the cabinet, having a full-fledged knowledge of all that is going on. In addition to that, he sits in the office of the Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister, having all the matters to deal with, I am sure, as the Prime Minister said, he was privy to a lot of the matters being dealt with by the Prime Minister. He has acted as Prime Minister on several occasions. So that is not a rookie. It's a young man with tremendous experience and tremendous potential. And I think all of us understand that he was being mentored by the Prime Minister from a long time ago in building his stocks in terms of politics. Because his stocks in terms of academics are strong. It is not a piece of paper Let me repeat for the people. He qualified with honors degree, meaning top of the class. Right? He participated in several commissions of inquiry. I need to tell you that, that are practicing attorney at law. The commission of inquiry into the construction sector, the commission of inquiry into the Piaco matter, the commission of inquiry into the CL Financial recently, and the commission of inquiry into the Hindu Credit Union. So this is, as I said before, this is not no just come and rookie and so on we're dealing with. So I think that moving from a distinguished scientist to a distinguished attorney at law is a step in the right direction. And I urge the people of Trinidad and Tobago to understand what is taking place here. And I close by making the point that Honorable Stuart Young is, in my view, very equipped to hold a position of leadership based on his academic background and his journey through the political background, starting in 2015 and ending up being a minister in the ministry of the Prime Minister and taking on a ministry, which today, that Ministry of Energy and Industries, today is the future for Trinidad and Tobago, in fact, for the next decade. He has created himself, crafted a number of things, particularly with his experience in commercial law, so that Trinidad and Tobago has a future over the next decade and more. I hope that the people of Trinidad and Tobago listen to this, and what I can do, I can post it up. I can post up his background in academics and his journey in respect of his political achievement. Thank you very kindly, Pastor Google.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. That was a mouthful, Yeah, that was a mouthful. And you could understand now. You could understand now why maybe the Prime Minister would have gone the way he went. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, President Google. The only problem they're having is that we lost in a black Prime Minister who they didn't want, and they're getting a half-Chinese one that have the same capability of running the country and putting them in their place when time is needed.
All right. I hear you, caller.
Sometime in the near future. I did not give a particular date, but certainly earlier rather than later. And then that having been said, and my intention being firm, the question now was the replacement as Prime Minister. As you would know, once a vacancy arises with respect to the appointment of a Prime Minister, it falls to the President to respond to that by making an appointment of the person who, in the President's view, commands the majority in the House. And those provisions exist in Section 76 of the Constitution. So we, as a caucus of the PNM in the House, we discussed at length, and we, in the end, came up with a situation where the entire PNM caucus is in support of Member of Parliament Stuart Young, Member of Parliament for Port of Spain North, St. Anne's East, St. Anne's West, St. Anne's, Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West. And we are very pleased to announce that the promise of a smooth transition is going according to plan.
Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Yes. Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Yep, let me see how fast you can do this because I have a Royal Castle.
Yeah, and I'm willing to do it fast and get my little play here. And good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And I am President Trinidad and Tobago Village, keeping my name today. Yesterday I made almost that same claim that the General Council holds a power. Now, to listen to everybody and Mr. Chant last, wow. I want to fundamentally say what I feel as a layman is that we are aware of the General Council and that should pick the political leader. which should have been done long time. It hadn't been done because of circumstances many of us learn and know. But at this present moment, that did Dr. Rowley did what he had to do to appoint the minister, that is Mr. Young, who did so much in the sense of energy and so forth for the country and leaving the country in a position where we will be dependent on the energy circumstances and such things for at why it to come. Now, if he was the one to move through international to manage these circumstances and Dr. Rowley is leaving, I think it will be more appropriate to hold him in that position until, and I would say until, the election, which I would believe that if there is no election, well, then he could hold on. But if there is supposed to be an election, then the country would know if he has to stay there. And as a matter of fact, it is going to be according to how he wins his votes in his constituency in San Xavier, to be able to be standing over all the other constituents to be the Prime Minister. So in that case, I don't want to say much, but I think according to Mr. Chance, I give a good bow to him for having those set of collaterals and so forth so that he can hold a position. And I like it how he's more like a Douglas to Trinidad and Tobago. So it make a change instead of this racial voting between Indian and African, who ain't going nowhere. And I think we're going to be going nowhere for the longest while to come.
Right.
Thank you, Dr. Google, thank you, Trinidad and Tobago, and I wish Mr. Young well.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right, so you may have to hold on because I have a Royal Castle. I know I took your call, that's why I'm answering. All right, so I have a Royal Castle road match to play, and then I'm going to take your call, right?
So should I hold on?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
This road march is being brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
I said long live soca. I love my soca from since I'm small. When I sit down and wonder how my life would have been without it. Not easy to stop saying soca, not easy, I say party. Not easy to stop the jamming, not easy, I say massive. Not easy to stop play a mass, not easy, I say party. You see this year, Prince George just call it all masses, all flag men, all masqueraders. Throw your hands in the air. When you reach Savannah, we go cross the stage. Let's join together and let this soca ease your mind, free your chest. If you're in the section, soca till the end. Do you love your soca and you want it to last forever? And you defend your culture, then let this soca live. Not easy to stop saying soca, not easy, I say party. Not easy to stop the jamming, not easy, I say massive. Not easy to stop playing mass, not easy, I say party. Not easy to stop the jamming, not easy. Watching masqueraders ready, invest their money to party. I say rich, them sick and dirty. They come to get on well, bad, mass. Not easy, we stop the pass, not easy, I say party. Not easy to stop playing mass, not easy. I'll see every hand up, let's turn up the set some more. I want everyone jumping, I don't want to see people stand up no more. The season is long, so this is the time for we to go harder. And if it's not then I don't watch up, I will jump for my father. Hey George, come on with this crowd. With the gun, break them up now. With the gun, make them jump up. With the gun, break them up now. These people is soca healing. With the gun, break them up now. We fully charge and ready. Pull us large and we head on ready. Oh, you can stop this space. When we come in front of your place, we going to mash down your gates. We don't have no easy to stop the mass, not easy. I said party, not easy to stop the jamming, not easy. What's the masqueraders ready? Invest their money to party. I say reach them sick and dirty. They come together, they'll bat. Mass, not easy. We stop the mass, not easy. I said party, not easy to stop the mass, not easy. When the gold, wake them up now. When the gold, make them jump up. When the gold, wake them up now. These people need soca healing. When the gold, wake them up now. When the gold, make them jump up. When the gold, wake them up now. These people need soca healing. When the gold, wake them up now. When the gold, make them jump up. When the gold, wake them up now. These people need soca healing. When the gold, wake them up now. When the gold, make them jump up. When the gold, wake them up now. These people need soca healing.
That road march was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
All right, I'm back with you. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I think a couple of the things, you see, there are a few things that strike the fear of God into the UNC. Eh? You see Stuart Young's look, you see his racial background, his professional status, the fact that he straddles two races, Chinese and Indian. I think it strikes the fear of God into the UNC because they know that their target is very different from the target of Dr. Rowley as leader and as Prime Minister. Because if they go down the road of attacking the man's social and racial background and making mischief about how the Africans in the country would view him because they don't have an African leader, they don't have Penny Beckles, they are making a grave mistake. Because the charter of the PNM says that this is not just a political party. This is a rally for all, for everybody in this country. So Stuart Young fits in very well with that. And in addition to that, Stuart Young will be able to attract the professional classes in the marginal seats. You see, north of the Eastern Main Road in St. Joseph, where you have places like Maracas Gardens and so on, and parts of Tunapuna, even parts of San Luis Grande, where you have a lot of Indians, and San Fernando West, the West, where you have more bourgeois middle-class professionals than in the East, and you know that. And that is the net effect of Stuart Young, where the UNC is concerned. That is why they have to come up with dotishness about attacking his character and some stepdaughter, and even their friends at UE. The Vishnu Raghunath and Indira Rampasad, they want to know how the Afro base of the PNM will react to Stuart Young. They're throwing race into the equation. They are bringing race into the whole thing. And Stuart Young has proven himself to be very accommodating and adjustable to all kinds of situations. And you see, the mere fact of how he looks and his racial mixture, that is striking the fear of God into the hearts of the UNC. They are mortally afraid of him. You see, the Dr. Rowley is this black man, and you could call him Oreo, and you could call him black man, and he don't like black people, and say, what are you going to say about Young? He's none of what you're talking about.
Right.
And I strongly believe this could have the opposite effect for the UNC.
Okay.
In terms of what they're trying to project to the people of this country.
All right.
I think so.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor Go. If you have a man staying in a ship 9, nearly 10 years, and every decision he make bear fruits, why should you doubt him now? Right? What Dr. Rowley doing is preparing the future of the country. Gas, oil, young leader. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Young leader. Right? Everybody crying for young people, this, that. Will look to get young people now. Right? And Stuart Young could attract the cause votes. Right? What sense? You know one of the criteria, I and my children will never vote for the UNC. Why I must send my children to school? Right? Listen to this. Why must I send my children to school? And my children in a party and can never be prime minister or never hold no top position in that party because of the ethnic background. Well, right. Right. The PNM must show yourself like that too. We not a racial party. I hear people talk about tribal. PNM, we never vote on tribalism in PNM because we don't. If it's not PNM meeting and it's not UNC meeting, the UNC meeting hit PNM, hit Rowley. And when it's not PNM meeting now, the PNM tell you how they're planning for 50 and 60 years down the road to benefit the people of this country. So who I will vote for? Come on.
Thank you.
So we don't vote for tribal voting in the PNM, brother.
All right.
If we want that, this country had been destroyed already.
Thank you.
I love how all of you all run out on yourself under my post to share your vitriolic, distasteful remarks. And I want to say it's very much expected. I wouldn't dwell too much into your comment. But what I will say is, for some people who like to tell Africans you all need to stop voting on race, maybe if you treated African people with a little bit of regard and not the scant of them, you actually show love, care, and concern and don't come to us from a place of censoring. You don't come to us from a sense of belittling, right? Because I notice anytime somebody of African descent makes a post, but I be on any national issue, these persons don't even have to be voting PNM. But once it's against Olia Dear Kamla, then race comes into the picture. Now let me tell you something. I am not racially motivated. Listen to me. I don't believe in any ism. No racism, colorism, no ism. I don't live my whole life surrounding that, right? I don't base my political views, my national views, my religion.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM. Are you searching for the perfect venue for your wedding reception, company retreat, graduation celebration, or just an unforgettable party? Well, look no further. Vibes Event Space is ready to bring your event to life. Located at number 15 Mount Pleasant Boulevard, Bonaccord, Tobago. Our space offers the perfect settings for any occasion. Call us today at 394-3612 or 620-3057 to book your date. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Vibes Event Space to see what we're all about. Make your next event one to remember at Vibes the Event Space. The Event Space.
My parents' generation grew up with Royal Castle. From the first restaurant in 1968, when that distinctive, tempting aroma hit the air, they just couldn't resist. And like never before, fried chicken with a special blend of local seasonings and a one-of-a-kind flavor down to the bone. Today, Royal Castle still have that same delicious taste, and I love it too. The kids can't resist it either. Plus, they have more to enjoy. For me, the castle is more than just nice food. It's we own, part of me and you, and is the real flavor of TNT.
The Street 919 FM mobile app is now live. Keep in the loop with all your favorite programs. Be in the know first and carry us wherever you go. Listen and watch us live at the click of your fingertips. Download our mobile app now. Go in your favorite app store, whether it be Android or Apple, and type in The Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Let's praise him, let's praise him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise him, let's praise him. Let's give God the praise. Let's praise him, let's praise him. Let's give God
And we know you love us too.